Stop what you're doing. The Aces locker room just exploded, and the shockwaves are ripping straight through the WNBA tonight. Aja Wilson, the league's reigning juggernaut, just called out her own coach Becky Hammon for blatant favoritism. And the receipts are so scalding that even the league office is sweating. You are about to hear every jaw-dropping message, every chilling social media hint, and every whispered locker room confession that points to a betrayal nobody saw coming. Here's the quick rundown before we dive deep. First, what happened? In a late-night live stream, Aja sat on her couch, eyes blazing, voice trembling with righteous fury, and spelled it out. She believes Coach Hammon has been stacking the deck against her, burying her leadership, and funneling plays away from her to boost her personal favorites, specifically Kelsey Plum and Jackie Young. Second, who's talking? Our main voice is none other than Aja herself, backed by furious teammates and even a former assistant who escaped the drama. Third, why does it matter? Because if the league's brightest star can be iced out in plain sight, every other player's future hangs in the balance. That's the big picture, and the WNBA can't hide from it anymore. So grab your popcorn because we are pressing full court on the facts. According to multiple insiders, tension started brewing early this season when Coach Hammon installed a new offensive scheme that quietly clipped Wilson's touches in crunch time. Wilson went from averaging 20 shot attempts in the fourth quarter last year to barely 10 in the same stretch this season. Stat Geeks sounded the alarm first, flooding Reddit with graphs showing her usage rate plummeting while Kelsey Plum spiked. Fans noticed, but the team spun it as sharing the rock. Wilson kept her head down until the numbers got even uglier. 2 weeks ago, an anonymous account leaked a series of practice schedule screenshots. They show extra skill sessions booked for Plum and Young, but not Wilson. When Wilson asked for equal run, the spreadsheet redlined her request with a curt, "Not necessary." The account claimed to be a video coordinator intern who quit after seeing the politics. This leak gained traction, but the story still stayed on the fringe until Aja went live last night and dropped the hammer. During her live stream, Wilson revealed group chat messages from the team's leadership council. In one, Hammon writes, "Need Plum taking last shot, better social media juice." Another, "Jack needs to be face of defense campaign. Aja already got hers." Wilson scrolled through receipts for the world to see. Her phone screen glowed with message after message, confirming she'd been systematically pushed out of the spotlight. She didn't cry. She didn't beg. She spoke with the icy calm of a superstar who finally decided enough was enough. Now, let's break down how the relationship went from champagne parades to silent treatment. After winning the title, sources say Wilson expected a max extension talk to be quick, but contract meetings kept getting postponed. Hammon allegedly told Wilson's agent the team needed cap flexibility, even though broadcaster salary charts show they had room thanks to sponsor bonuses. Meanwhile, marketing pieces for this year's jersey release featured Plum and Young front and center, Wilson barely visible in the back row. That wasn't a coincidence, according to the design contractor who quietly DM'd Wilson screenshots of the original mock-ups with her front and center before Hammon requested adjustments. Tension finally boiled over on a road trip to Seattle. Down 2 with 12 seconds on the clock, Hammon drew up a play with Plum isolated on the wing. Wilson, reigning finals MVP, was used as a decoy screen. When reporters asked about it post-game, Hammon praised Plum's courage, but brushed aside Wilson's 8 for 11 shooting night as solid. Cameras caught Wilson staring daggers across the locker room. Social media erupted. Free Aja trended for 48 hours. Enter the WNBA front office. According to a league memo obtained by our source Rimrunner, Wilson filed a formal grievance 3 weeks ago alleging favoritism that impacted her brand valuation and future earnings. The league's response? A polite acknowledgement email and a promise to review. No timetable, no investigator named, nothing. That silence stoked the fire. Fans accused the league of protecting Hammon because of her lucrative media relationships, and because turmoil on a top contender could hurt ratings. Wilson's camp saw stonewalling, and the live stream was her megaphone. But buckle up, because here comes the twist we warned you about. Remember that former assistant coach? The one pushed out of Vegas after siding with Wilson? He just slid into our DMS with a bombshell voice memo. In it, he claims Hammon instructed staff to keep certain analytics away from Wilson, specifically lineup data proving she was the most efficient scorer in late-game sets. No need to inflate diva egos, Hammon allegedly said in a meeting. The memo also alleges marketing executives pressed for Plum and Young to get more national TV mentions because their social metrics convert better. That's a business-first strategy masquerading as basketball philosophy. Let's hit pause and feel the stakes. Wilson isn't some bench warmer. She's the heartbeat of the league. Two-time MVP, the face on billboards luring new fans. Undermining her shine isn't just petty, it's sabotage. And if the assistant's memo checks out, Hammon's genius coach narrative crumbles, exposed as a calculated PR machine chasing endorsements and ignoring fairness. Now, the pushback? Hammon issued a tight-lipped statement this morning. The Las Vegas Aces value every player equally. We will handle internal matters internally. No apology, no denial, just corporate mist. Her allies rushed out to tweet thinly veiled subtweets about entitlement and team over ego. Instead of smoothing things over, they poured gasoline on the flame. Comment sections exploded with fans repeating Wilson's new rally cry, "Favoritism ain't strategy." Sponsors are listening. Sources tell us a major sports drink partner has paused a pending campaign with the Aces until culture concerns are addressed. Another apparel giant is quietly in talks with Wilson's reps about a solo line, sidestepping team imagery altogether. Money talks, and right now it's screaming. Let's shift to the wider league fallout. Rival players like Brianna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu have already liked tweets supportive of Wilson. That digital thumbs up might not sound like much, but in the W, this is open insurrection. League unity is fracturing in real time. The Players Association is reportedly drafting a statement demanding a transparent investigation. If that happens, the WNBA's shiny new broadcast deal could get dragged into messy hearings, exactly when they're courting bigger viewers and global sponsors. We're halfway through, and you might think you know the whole story. Think again. Remember those practice schedule leaks? We dug deeper and found video footage from a closed scrimmage. In the clip, Hammon stops play after Wilson sinks 3 straight buckets. Instead of praising her, Hammon yells, "Run it right, or sit." Wilson looks stunned, pointing to the scoreboard. Plum and Young avert their eyes. The assistant who supplied the clip says this was routine. If Aja dominated, Becky would blow the whistle and reset the drill. And get this, a Vegas casino insider claims the team's own sportsbook partner flagged unusual prop bet movement on Wilson's scoring numbers. The theory? Bettors close to the organization knew her usage would dip. If true, that's potential insider information affecting gambling lines, something the league cannot ignore in 2025's sports betting climate. By now, your popcorn is probably gone, but the drama is still boiling. Wilson's camp has given the league a 72-hour ultimatum. Investigate and produce findings, or she sits out the nationally televised rematch against the Liberty. Imagine the embarrassment of a marquee game missing its marquee star because the league won't address favoritism claims. Ticket refunds, broadcaster backlash, you name it. Here's where it gets even more intense. The 12-minute mark twist we promised. A confidential HR document just surfaced, signed by Hammon, that proposed demoting Wilson to second unit for attitude recalibration during preseason. The document, stamped draft, do not circulate, lists excessive brand awareness as a risk factor. In other words, Wilson's popularity was framed as a liability. That's the smoking gun proving intent. Not workload management, not strategic rotation. A direct hit on the hero's spotlight. And let's not ignore the fan base, because they are the WNBA's heartbeat. Season ticket holders are already flooding team reps with angry emails demanding transparency. One supporter posted her canceled renewal on Instagram, writing, "If they don't respect the game's best, they don't respect us." College programs are watching too. A high-profile freshman projected to go #1 in 3 years just liked Wilson's post and commented, "Taking notes." That kind of public solidarity from the next generation puts enormous pressure on the league to act right. Media outlets smell blood. Podcasts that usually stick to game recaps are dedicating emergency episodes to Hammon's alleged favoritism. Talk show hosts are replaying the leaked practice clip in slow motion, circling Hammon like it's a Zapruder film. Everyone is asking the same question. If a living legend like Wilson can be sidelined for marketing algorithms, who's safe? The narrative is spiraling out of the Aces' control. Every delay in official response magnifies public suspicion that the system is rigged. Meanwhile, inside the locker room, tension is slicing the air like a poorly timed elbow. Sources say half the squad openly supports Wilson, while a smaller faction worries that speaking out could tank their minutes. Practices now start with awkward huddles where nobody meets anyone's eyes. Team chemistry, once the Aces' secret weapon, has cracked. You can fill a highlight reel with star talent, but fractured trust will turn those highlights into bloopers come playoff time. Sponsors aren't the only money movers. Sports betting companies partner closely with the league, offering real-time odds integrated in broadcasts. If those leaked prop bet tips link back to insider knowledge, regulators could demand audits, fines, maybe even criminal probes. That's Wall Street heat the WNBA has never faced, all because someone decided a superstar's shine needed dimming to pump up a different storyline. So, where does it go from here? Wilson's agent has hinted at exploring international options if the league drags its feet. Yes, Europe and China are already dialing. Imagine the PR nightmare. The league that finally cracked primetime loses its brightest star to overseas money because it couldn't police favoritism. That's not drama, that's existential risk. Wilson's live stream numbers are still climbing. Clips spread to SportsCenter, the Shade Room, and NBA Twitter. The longer the league stays silent, the louder her voice gets. She is now the hero who stood up, receipts in hand, and said, "No more." Fans are plastering hashtag #StandWithAja across timelines. Even casual viewers sniff drama and click. Our channel's job is to spill every drop, and we're doing it. Let's zoom out one last time. What happens if the league caves? Best case scenario: Hammon faces suspension, Wilson's role restored, fans get a heartfelt press conference, and the league spins it as proof of accountability. Worst case: the W drags feet, Wilson boycotts, other stars join, sponsors freeze, and momentum stalls right before expansion plans. Either way, Becky Hammon's reputation is scarred. She built the image of a player-centric guru, but the receipts show a puppet master picking favorites for clout. As we near the buzzer, remember the human element. Aja Wilson poured her life into this sport, endured double teams, trash talk, and mic'd-up hot takes, only to be iced out by the very coach tasked with maximizing her greatness. She didn't weaponize rumors, she showed direct messages. She didn't beg for sympathy, she demanded fairness. And in doing so, she may have disrupted the power balance in women's basketball forever. Final whistle time. Becky Hammon thought she could dim Wilson's spotlight without anyone noticing. She thought redirecting plays, muting stats, and pivoting marketing shine elsewhere would go unanswered. She was wrong. Tonight, Aja Wilson isn't just a superstar forward. She's the truth teller who ripped the lid off backstage politics. The villain tried to silence the hero and wound up torching her own legacy instead.